Hello children, welcome back. I hope you understood how to create a file in Excel, how to enter data in it and how to save it. Now in this session we will learn little bit more about Excel. So children, let us start with selecting cells. Selecting cell is an important step before performing any action on Excel data. If we will not select the data before performing any action, it will not effect on the data. So for editing, for performing calculations and for formatting tasks, we should select the data first. The easiest way to select the data is to move the mouse pointer on the cell and click on it. And the second way that you can also select the cells by the arrow keys from the keyboard. By the arrow keys we can select only adjacent cells. And when the cells are selected, you can see a dark border around it. And that a collection of active cells will make a range. You can see the address of that range in the name box, which is left side of formula bar. Children, if I want to select a cell, then I will move my cursor there. Let's imagine I want to select B4. Then I will click here and then you can see after clicking it is selected, a dark border is coming around it and its address is coming in the name box. Children, to select a row or row range, you can move your cursor to number of row and double click on it. You can see the row is selected. If you want to select the whole range, you will click on it and you can drag to either side to select the range of rows. To select the column or the column range, same way you have to click on the column header alphabet and then you can see the column is selected. And if you want to select the range of columns, you can click and drag like this. Then you can see the range of columns are selected. If you want to select the range of cells, you will just click on one cell, press the control key, press the mouse cursor and drag it. You can see a range of cells is selected. If you want to select the multiple non-adjacent cells, you can click the control key and you can click on different cells. Now you can see by this way you can select non-adjacent cells. Now move to editing data. In Excel, editing means the process of making changes to any data or cells in a worksheet. What is the need to edit the data? If we want to change any data or if we want to update the data, we have to edit it. Children, here I am going to show you how to edit data in a worksheet. Let's imagine I want to change the marks of AA of science. So I have to double click on F3. When I have double clicked on F3, you can see a cursor in that cell. Then I have to press delete key and then by the help of keyboard I can write the new marks. And after that when I will press the enter button, you can see the total is automatically changed. It means the marks are updated. Deleting data means to erasing the data from the Excel cells, and undoing changes means the actions we have performed by mistaken can be reversed by undo button. And after that if we are realizing that we need those actions, we can redo them again by the redo button. I am going to show you now. If you want to remove the data, first click on the cell and then by the help of your mouse you can select a range of cells to erase the data. After selection, press the delete button. Now you can see the data is erased from your worksheet. If you want them again, you can click on undo button or you can press Ctrl plus Z. But if you want to erase them again, you can also do the redo button or Control plus Y. Children, let us talk about moving and copying the data. When we are moving the data, it means we will cut the data from one place and paste it to another place. In Excel, we can cut or move or copy the data from one cell to another cell, from one cell range to another cell range, and even from one worksheet to another worksheet. In Excel, we can even copy a formula from one cell to another cell. When we are talking about moving, it means rearranging the data, reorganize the data in your worksheet. And when we are talking about copying, it means we are copying that data and place that data to another place, and we can make two copies of same data by the help of copying process. Dear children, moving and copying the data is same as you have done in previous classes in MS Word. That when we are moving the data, that means we are reorganizing the data to a new place, and when we are copying the data, that means the data is at both the places. Now I am going to show you. For moving the data, just click on the cell which you want to select and press Ctrl plus X and click on the place where you want to move the data, and then press Ctrl plus V. You can see the data moved from that place to another place. Now if you want to copy the data, then again you have to click on that cell which you want to copy. Let me show you. First I am going to select the range of cells, and after that I am pressing Ctrl plus C, and then I am going to click on the new place, and here I am going to press Ctrl plus V. Now you can see the data is at both the places. That means it is copied to new location. Dear children, the default value of your columns width is 8.43, but we can increase or decrease it as per our requirement. To increase the width of your column, we have to keep our cursor in between two columns and then click and drag. Now you can see by this way we can increase the width of a column, and if we want to decrease it, we can again click in between the columns and decrease its width. Same way, if I want to increase the height of our row, then I will keep my cursor in between the rows numbers and click and drag. You can see now the height of row is increased. By default, the height of a row is 15. That's all children. Children, if you want to insert a column in between our table, then you have to click on the cell where you want to insert the table. Then you have to click on the home tab. After that, on in cells group, you will click on the insert. In the drop down menu, you will get insert row, insert column, insert sheet, insert cells. Here we need to insert column. Then we will click on the insert column. You can see one column is inserted. If I want to insert a row, I will click on the cell and click on insert row. You can see one row is inserted below the selected cell. So this is the way to insert row and column. Now if I want to delete these rows and columns, I will just simply click on the column and click on delete. Here you can see we have delete sheet column. When I click on it, it is again deleted. And if I want to delete this row also, I will click on this cell and click on delete and click on delete sheet rows. Then that empty row is deleted. Children, our next topic is inserting and removing cells. If you insert cells, if you want to add the data in the middle of existing data in the worksheet, then the surrounding cell have to make place for the new cell. Or if we don't need any cells data, we can remove that even. So let us see. First you have to click. Let's imagine at the place of mass, in the mass we need E5. I am going to select, and here you can see when I am going to click on insert, then insert cells, it will first ask that where to shift the cell or the entire row or column. If I will click on insert cell to right, then it will shift the cell to right side, and now we have a blank cell in between. If I want to remove that cell, again I will select it and click on delete and click on delete cells. It will again ask shift to shift cells left, shift cells up, entire row or entire column. Here I am going to select shift cells left and click on OK. You can see now the data is again its place. That's all for children. You have to understand all the topics carefully, and if you have PC at home, try to practice these. We will meet in next section. Be safe, be healthy, be at home. Goodbye.